Morning everybody, this is Dan from Backpacking Adventures and I'm back out on the trail. It is mid-July and I am here to do the Loyalsock Trail again. I'm doing this as a solo trip. I'm going to do this over 3 days. This is a roughly 59.2 or something like that mile trail. This is kind of like the north central to east Pennsylvania, somewhere around there. But it's a tough trail. It's almost 60 miles and elevation gain of about, well, over 10,000 feet total elevation gain. And 4,000 of that feet elevation gain you do over the first 10 to 15 miles of the trail. Then the rest is spread out. This doesn't mean it's that much easier. It's just the first day is going to be tough. So I'm doing this over 3 days, 2 nights, and not sure how far I want to go today. I might do the 14.5, 15 mile, or because that's the last place you can camp, because then it turns into private property for an 8-mile stretch. So if I wanted to go on, I'd have to go to mile 22 for today. I'm not sure I want to do that first day. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but the weather for this trip is going to determine that, because today, I mean, it's gray, overcast, looks like it's going to rain. It's supposed to rain all day, and we're supposed to get severe thunderstorms that get more frequent as the day goes on into the evening, and then overnight. So, I mean, if it's pouring down rain and stuff, I'll just stop at 14. So, it doesn't matter to me. I'll still do this in 3 days, because today's supposed to be hot. Heat advisory for today. Going to be up close to 90. Tomorrow, it's only supposed to be in the low 70s and cloudy. No rain. Knock on wood, but it's supposed to be cloudy, which will be nice. Friday is supposed to be sunny, a little bit warmer, probably low 80s. Still not too bad, but you know, today just have to rough it out with the rain. And but enough chit chat. Let's get moving. Hiking down along, and this is like a new road. I think if I remember correctly, this was like really rocky and steep in the woods, but I just wonder how far down we follow the road. I don't think it's very far, but it makes for easy walking, but it's a shame that it's all tore up. I think they're putting a pipeline in somewhere, so I think that's what this is about. It's about 10 after 11, and came up here on this view. Not sure what it's called. I forget. It's not high now, but I can't remember what it is. But man, is it humid. I am dripping with sweat. My entire body, everything is wringing wet. I can squeeze my shorts and it just totally just wrings out. It is that humid. It's not only like 78 degrees, so it's not extremely hot yet, but it's just very muggy. So I'm going to sit here, have some electrolytes, and have lunch. about 1 o'clock, and I'm after mile 10. I just don't know if I passed mile 11 or not. I wasn't really paying attention, but that 10 miles, pretty much all uphill the whole way. And you can probably hear it in my voice, but I'm getting tired. But the sun came out, and it is just absolutely hot. But I don't know if you can see through, but there are some really dark clouds. So based on how I feel right now, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stop at mile 14 and camp. I'm just really tired. This heat is really taking its toll. I've been finding myself having to stop every once in a while, especially when the breeze really hits, because I'm trying to keep myself cool. I think I'm overheating is what it is. So I've been sucking down water. I'm still peeing a lot, so I'm not dehydrated. Taking my electrolytes, so that's good. I just think I'm just running a little hot right now. So I'm just gonna cut my losses and, oh, almost missed the turn. I'm gonna cut my losses, I think, and just camp at mile 14 because it's gonna be cooler and less humid the next couple of days. So that's really the reason. Nice campsite right here. It's about mile 11.1, 11.2-ish. I think that's, I don't know if there's water flowing there, but there is a creek there. But really nice campsite there. It's 2:30 and I just made it to camp. Right there is the fire ring. It's a pretty nice area. I mean, you can put tons of tents here, many hammocks. I'm just trying to figure out where to hang because there's a dead tree right here, which kind of eliminates a lot of spots where I was going to go. So, I don't know. I might go somewhere around here near the fire ring, I guess. But anyway, the plan is, oh, and there's water over here too. I don't know, kind of it's not running very fast, but it's water nonetheless. And so the plan is right now I'm going to set up, get everything fully set up, hang my food line. I'm going to fill up on water, even with my water bladder. And I'm going to get some dry clothes on, and then, because I'm just literally drenched from sweat. So that way if it storms or whatever, I don't have to get out later tonight or tomorrow morning and go down and get water. Everything will be right there with me. So that's the plan right now. It's about 4:30 and I got all set up probably an hour or two ago. Got water, hung my bear line, changed, hung my clothes out to dry, did everything, and then I just laid down for a while and just took a little nap for maybe half an hour. And I feel a lot better. I'm glad I did that. But I'm also glad I had dry clothes to put on, which I didn't used to carry, but I've been carrying these shorts. This fleece is my Peloton 97, which it's on every trip no matter what. And these are my Dutch shorts. I think I showed them before. They're just ripstop nylon, but they weigh an ounce. And I just throw them in my pack, keep them in there, and perfect. I needed them today, and I'm absolutely glad I had them because my shorts and my shirt were like dripping. That's how they were. I could wring them out, and I did. I had to wring them out to hang them because they were absolutely soaking wet. So, but now I'm getting ready to eat, and I'm hearing thunder off in the distance. And the wind is blowing this way, so I'm assuming the storm's coming from that way. But I have my doors down a little bit, you know, in case so I'm going to lay there for a while. It's still warm out, so I want the airflow, but kind of will help me if it starts pouring down rain and, you know, the rain coming in. But I think when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm just going to, after I hang my food and stuff, I'm just going to put it down in A-frame and shut the doors and be done, because when I was on the Standing Stone Trail, second night, it was a thunderstorm, really bad thunderstorm, and the wind was just blowing in on the part I didn't have the door shut. I had it down in A-frame, but got my stuff a little wet. So, but I got up in the middle of the night and just put everything down. I just rather have it all shut down. They said heavy rains, high winds, so I think I'm just gonna hunker down and be done. All right, so as far as dinner time, I mean, it's time to eat, and I am hungry. I was gonna wait for a little bit, but it's thunder and rain. I just figured I'll just get it done now. But I'm having the home-style chicken and rice from Peak Refuel. Had this before, and I loved it. Tomorrow I have sweet pork and something else, whatever it's called, but I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. And I also have a pecan caramel quest bar, so that's dinner for tonight. So, oh, and my electrolyte drink, I'll be drinking some of that, my blue drink. But, all right, so I just need to shut my mouth here and start cooking because I have a feeling it's going to start raining soon. It's about 5:30 and I'm all hunkered down. I was eating and it it started to rain, like it's thundering again and raining, the wind was blowing. So I finished eating and I hung my food and put everything down and put my clothes away. My shirt was dry, shorts aren't, but started to rain. Right after I hung my food, so I came running in here and it's hot in here, man. There's no airflow. I don't know if I want to open these doors, even just one, until it starts maybe raining. I think I might do that because it is sweltering hot. But my dinner was absolutely delicious. That was the home style chicken and rice. And really, 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 really good. I really enjoyed that. So now I'm just gonna relax for a while. And I mean, it's like dark out. I mean, I have my light on in here. Those clouds really made it dark in here, and hopefully the storm passes, but maybe that's what's going to cool it down tomorrow. I don't know. So, but I'm hunkered down. You know, I was watching, there's a YouTube channel I follow, Dave from Dave Off Grid. He has a really good channel, so check him out. But he also has a podcast, and they were talking about like ultralight in the future of ultralight, not so much gear and materials, but more so with, you know, are people going ultralight or they're not, you know, going back to being traditional weight or what. It was really interesting, but it got me thinking too, because probably maybe 2 years ago, and then for like that, about 2 or 3 years before that, I was pretty much ultralight except for cold weather, because you can't, because you're just carrying too much. But I was, you know, ultralight, and I was always worried about getting below that 10-pound mark. And I think probably later in 2022, I kind of stopped that because like if I would have been ultralight, because here's the thing, all my gear is the lightest I can possibly buy. I mean, it's the lightest for comfort, you know, that kind of thing. I got Dyneema tarps and tents, the whole 9 yards, the lightest quilts I could find. So really the only way for me to really stick to being ultralight is if I leave things behind. So for this trip, my base weight was 10.5 pounds, but that was only because, you know, I don't have my puffy coat because it's going to be hot out, so I didn't bring that. Don't have my base layer top, and just a couple other things I left behind. But I'm not ultralight I'm light, but I'm not ultralight because, like, I like my gadgets, and I like buying the lightest gear I can get so I can bring more gear again. Like this light. It's the Moji from Black Diamond. I absolutely love this light. I've been taking this now since I think mid last year, and I love it. It's small. It's the same weight as my Lucy light, but it's rechargeable and it lasts longer. So that's why I like it. And it has different colors, which I never use. I just use the light. But it's come in handy many, many times, and I love it. I also started bringing camp shoes as of my last trip. Because when I was on the Susquehannock Trail with Caleb, like we were wet the entire time. It was either sweating or it was just everything was wet. So my feet were wet. I'd take off my socks and then we'd be at camp and I'd have to put my wet shoes back on. So I have Crocs. I used to take camp shoes and I stopped taking them because they're like 12 ounces. So I found these online, and these are extra tough. And they're like water shoes or surfing shoes or something like that. But the pair only weighs 6 ounces, and they are very comfortable. It's very soft, like squishy foam. I love these. So 6 ounces, so I take that. And I also, the first time on this trip, I did bring something new. But the last couple trips, it has been like very, very buggy. And I was looking at the Thermacell, but it's really big. I know they have some different ones, but I was also looking at the Flex Tail. But they're heavy, and it has a light, which I don't need a light, you know, and plus it's a power bank, which I don't need that. So I was looking for something that, and I don't always use it. Like today, down here, I don't need it now because there's a breeze. If there was no breeze, I'd probably be swarmed with bugs right now, but there's a constant breeze blowing, so I don't need it. So I found this, and I think this is by the company Moss Killer, it's called, and they make these little mosquito repellent things. And this is the same concept as like the Thermacell. You have these little strips in these little packets, and you slide them in. And because basically the way these things work is you have these little strips, and they have some kind of bug repellent on them. And whatever you plug them into or turn on, like they heat up. And then it's like almost like a citronella candle, I guess is how I kind of think about it. But you put it in, and then you plug this into your power bank, which I always have. And it's supposed to have like a 15-foot radius, but this and this, since there's no battery in here, this and this only weighs 1.2 ounces. So I'm not taking a big hit. Like if I had that Thermacell, I wouldn't even be using it. So, you know, it's like those kind of things. I like bringing things to make it comfortable, like the light, like this, like my camp shoes. So, I mean, there may be times when I really want to go ultralight, but if the temperature was going to be a little bit colder, I'd have my puffy with me. I mean, it's really, to me, the only way for me to be ultralight is to start leaving stuff behind again, and I just don't want to do it. I don't want to leave my dry clothes bit behind, my extra socks, that's really the only way that I can see to do it, is that and get rid of my little gadgets. And I love my little gadgets out here. So, but check out his podcast. I forget what it's called. It was just released a few days ago. And again, that's Dave Off Grid, but it's a really interesting thing being ultralight. It's almost like it's like a phase with a lot of people. I don't know. It's nice to be light because I can hike farther and faster. You know, I'm not in pain. My feet don't hurt when I get to camp. But then again, I don't want to be, because really, for me to get below 10 pounds, it's 8 ounces. If I leave the shoes and this light, I'm there. Is it really that much? You know, it's really, to me, it's not that much of a difference. And hell, last time I did this trip was October, and it was with Caleb. My base weight was 14 pounds. Now, we were planning on doing that over 4 days. And so that would have been like 14, 15 miles. So I brought a whole bunch of extra stuff because I didn't think we'd be needing to hike far. We ended up doing it in 3. So we ended up doing 20 and 25 mile days. So that I wished I kind of left a bunch of stuff behind. But I used it. It was fun. I'm hearing more thunder off in the distance again. A lot more thunder. But it's kind of to the left, and there's like a mountain here. So I don't know if that's keeping it over there or not, but just a little sprinkles here and there come through, but so far nothing major. I'm kind of debating whether I should open a door or not. I could open one side and let more air flow through, but then if it starts pouring down rain, I fall asleep and I might get wet. Because the wind's whenever it starts to rain, the wind really starts blowing in, and I don't want to get all wet. So, you know, I've been sitting here thinking, it's pretty muggy out right now. And the way it works in Pennsylvania with the humidity is, you know, morning, overnight, and the evening it's humid. So it's humid overnight, and as the day goes on, the humidity kind of goes away, and then it comes back at night. So it's really humid. It's like still 80 degrees right now. It's supposed to be in the mid 60s tonight, but not until like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I am in for a warm night. And I was thinking that today too, hiking. You know, I was just feeling like really exhausted from the heat. I mean, of course I was up early this morning and had to travel, then get shuttled, but you know, I might not hike in the heat anymore. I might just stop doing that. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't. You know, Caleb doesn't, Derek doesn't. They don't hike in this in like July and August and September, you know, when it's really hot. So I think what I might do is just, I'm not going to hike again until it cools down. And that doesn't mean I'm going to wait until like September or whatever, because there's been days like in July and August when it was a high of like in the mid 70s and, you know, lows in the 50s and 40s. I've been on many trips like that in July and August. So I'll just have to watch the weather and just kind of have to go more of a spur of the moment as opposed to, you know, having something planned out. But and then I'll just kind of do more hike. I did that this year. I did more trips in like the spring, like earlier spring, like in late winter, earlier spring. And I'll just have to add some more trips, you know, in the fall this year and just do it that way because, you know, I used to think, oh, the cold, I hate the cold, but I love the heat. But this kind of heat, I mean, right now I'm sitting here, I'm just sweating right now, just sitting here. No breeze is blowing now, so I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping the breeze starts back up again. But yeah, so I think it's mid-July. It's like I don't know, it's Wednesday, like the 12th or 10th, or I don't even know what day it is anymore. But yeah, so I think this will be it for me for a while. Until at least gets cooled down. Now that's not to say like smaller trips, like, you know, I'll take my niece, my future son-in-law wants me to take him backpacking for the first time. So that's the case. You know, we're only talking, there's some thunder, but we're only talking, you know, 5 miles a day, 7 miles a day tops. So we can go, and we'll be going slow. So that's fine by me. So if I'll try to do that, he's a teacher, so I'm going to try to get that planned in the next, you know, 4 weeks or so. And I do need to take my niece Carly out because I love backpacking with her. It's fun. We have a good time. So, but other than that, longer trips and higher mile trips, nope. I don't think I'm doing it in this heat because it was just brutal today. It was just absolutely brutal. I was so tired. If it was cooler, I would have pushed on because it was 2:30 when I got here. I would have pushed on and did the 22 miles today with no problem whatsoever. But I was just feeling drained. I mean, I got to do 20 miles tomorrow and 25 the next day, but it'll be cooler. But, you know, the first day, you know, I didn't sleep good last night. I'm up, you know, around 2 in the morning, get ready, drive up here, and then take another hour to get shuttled here. So a lot of driving, a lot of getting around, and a lot of packing and stuff like that. So I'm tired. So tonight will be an early night. But yeah, so I think longer trips are off the table. Wow, it just got really, really bright out. Wow, that's interesting. It's like someone dialed a dimmer and just turned up the light. It was really, really neat. So I just hope the sun doesn't come out because Dyneema can turn it into a greenhouse, man. It'll just make it really hot in here. But I'm almost kind of hoping it would rain because the temperature will drop. But I don't know. Like I said before, the thunder just stays over there and goes like that. So maybe I won't get hit with it. But all right. So I think I'm going to lay here. I think I'm going to watch a show or a movie or something. Because it's only like 6 o'clock and it's still early. I think it's going to be an early night because I want to get up early. I want to front load some miles tomorrow. I want to kind of push it. We got the road walk tomorrow. It's like 4 miles. So I can really get moving. So that way, if it starts really getting humid and like warmer later in the morning and in the afternoon, like I can kind of comfortably slow down and not worrying about getting into camp at like 10 o'clock at night. So I can still roll in when I need to and be good to go. So I was just thinking about, you know, it being hot and stuff. And I don't know if you ever watched Backpacking with Jason. It's another YouTube channel I follow. Really great guy. A lot of really cool trips. A lot of them down the Red River Gorge. Really beautiful area. But he carries this little battery-powered fan. I'm going to ask him again, or look at his video where he had it, because I was just talking about being lightweight, and I'm thinking about bringing a fan along, because it hangs right on your ridge line, and it's rechargeable, you know, with your battery bank, and that would be perfect right now, just laying here with some air blowing on me. Man, that would be nice. So I think I might look into that. Oh, here comes the rain. It's thundering too. Yeah, I am really hearing thunder now. Just saw some lightning. It's coming. Raining now. Man, there was a big flash of lightning and a big boom. I don't know if it's passing by or if it's the rain slowing down a little bit. I don't know. Let's see if we get hit with a big one. Oh, there's another one. Wow. That was loud. Right now the thunder is like over there, and it's over there, and it's over there. It's like all around here. So it must be a big storm. So I'm laying here, I was watching something on my phone, a movie, and I think the rain stopped. I think the storm went wherever, it's gone. But since the rain kind of stopped, it's dripping off the trees, but the bugs were swarming me. So I plugged in my little bug thing, and I don't smell anything. So we're gonna see how it does. I think they said like 15 minutes it takes to kind of heat up. So we'll see if it works. All right, it's after 8. Rain stopped. Temperatures cooled down. And I'm falling asleep, so can't stay awake. So with that, I'm gonna end it, and got 20 miles to do tomorrow. Lots to see. Weather should be cooler. It's in the 70s right now, so that's actually what it should be tomorrow, so that would be really nice. So with that, I'm gonna end it, and I will see you tomorrow.